Egoist, a person who is self-centered and who is focused primarily on their own needs and desires. While generally it is understood and accepted that it is important to have self-confidence in sports, but the theme of being an egoist and only looking after yourself is something that I only see on Blue Lock, and it goes directly opposite to the values and ideology of haiku. But for me, what confused me is what it really means to be an egoist and why it seems to matter so much when it comes to Blue Lock. This is one of the most important lessons I learned in my life, and I want to show you how this character can change the way that you see the world and how it can help you have everything you want. Let's first set the stage. This show plays out after the defeat of Japan on the World Cup, and it analyzes that the reason that they lost is because there is no individually strong ability to score points. And ironically, it says that the reason that we are losing is because the country is focused on team cohesiveness, you playing on your assigned role, and be as good of a team player you can be. For me, the choice of soccer for this anime is very interesting because on soccer it's so hard to get a point. In most games like volleyball, one of the teams will always get a point. But in soccer there is multiple games that basically the teams end up in zeros. The point here is that it is so special to turn 0 into 1. And this is very similar to creating a company, that one of the most difficult phases is how to get the first sale, on how to go from nothing to something, not only build a product, but actually be able to turn nothingness into money. So this show, even though most of us we are not focusing on sports, is able to teach us the foundational elements of how to manifest and how to be able to attract everything that you want, even on the highest level of competition, that someone else wants the same thing that you do. The mindset that they show here is that every one of us, we have to decide for ourselves that we want to be the striker. We want to be the one that will be the leader, and everyone else will revolve around our skills and abilities. But the key here is that we have to be the ones to take this position, not just ask for the position, but demand by bringing results. Okay, let me show you. It is a common theme on the show that in order for you to score and in order for you to be the leader, you need 3 distinct elements. Obviously, skill, confidence, which is very important. And this is one of the few shows that they display the full width of confidence. And finally, determination. At school and in most places, everyone is focusing on skill. So for years now, I'm learning that the most important thing for me to be focusing on is acquiring skill and knowledge. However, this is the show that actually explores the mindset of confidence and determination. This is the foundation elements that ego brings. And ego is the one thing that society is trying to destroy and disrupt for years now. They are trying to show us that there is only A, B, C, and D options in this life, which is basically for you to become a doctor, lawyer, or an engineer, and you have to follow a deterministic path that others tell you to do without this really being your choice. From going to the university to finding a job. And this is the foundation of skill, hard work, and being a team player in a company that they want you to be a gear to their game in order to make money from you. Because if they don't make more than 4 times the salary that they give you, they just throw you out. I want you to see how it plays out with Isagi. He looks at the start as soft and well-mannered, but you will see very quickly how they convey the main message of the show through this character. He shows that ego, and more specifically confidence and determination through the ego, is the key to be able to go ahead on a competitive sport or on a competitive field. At the start, a very important moment that Isagi decides to be a team player, and that's why the team loses. And you can see his internal mindset that he is literally about to burst. Because as we see on Ku, passing the ball instead of scoring yourself is rewarded. But here, very quickly, we see that as the ultimate mistake. You need to see very early how they try to show you that skill is not as important than ego. Ryosuke's character has all the skill based on the establishing shot on the first half of the episode. But they show that even though they have that, because he doesn't have the proper ego, which is the confidence and determination, he's actually losing his position on Blue Lock. I feel that this show is here to show you something. When is the last time that you decided to think about yourself? You decided to not think about your family or your friends or your team or your company. You took a selfish choice and that paid out and made you feel good. The reason that you're watching this episode, the reason that you clicked this specific title is because something is screaming inside of you that people are taking advantage of you. Even though they look like they are your family or your friends, they are actually taking advantage of how nice you are and that you are a team player. Ego is that part that they try to remove out of you, but this is your superpower, and this is what will allow you to propel to the highest potential that you have right now. I want you to ask a question on what percentage you are playing right now. Are you playing on 20%, 10%, even 1% of your real abilities? The reason is because they made you behave like a sheep, because the sheep is something that they can control, and they are controlling you right now. Look at this again. Every one of these players have a special skill, like speed or power shot. For our guy, he has vision of the field, and this is something that makes more sense to be on a defender or actually a great assist. But that's the interesting part, that when he starts using that egoistically, which means that he's focusing on the confidence and determination to win, this is when everything changes. This is when it allows him to control the game completely. This is a part of the skill that he would never be able to realize and see if he wasn't playing egoistically in the first place. But the society and the way that every coach would tell him to play, it wouldn't allow him to understand what he's actually capable of, exactly the same way that you are not able to see what you are capable of because people around you doesn't allow you to explore it. You are trapped on a mental chain, and this is what the soul is trying to show you, and this is what I am here to allow you to do. Brother, I need you to like and subscribe this video if it makes sense for you, because this will allow me to spread this message and help more people. And write down ego if this makes sense for you. Also, I have this playlist. This is the second video of the series. It will allow you to unlock the right mindset for you to explore your whole abilities while having fun analyzing anime with me. Thank you for watching, brother.